Simba remained standing at the edge of the gorge long after Mandrakai's blazing form vanished, his breath still trembling with the weight of everything he had seen and heard. The ancient lioness' final words echoed through his mind like distant thunder. "Your father is trapped." The idea tore into him with a sharpness he had not felt since the day he lost Mufasa on the stampede. 2. That same helplessness, that same ache, surged inside him again, but now mixed with something stronger. Determination. Simba took another step toward the east, feeling the heat of the distant fire brush against his fur like an invisible tide. The flames were brighter now, tall enough to touch the horizon, pulsing as if calling him closer with every passing moment. See, he felt the burning path tugging at him, urging him to move, to hurry, to not lose another second. But before he could continue, he sensed something behind him, familiar footsteps approaching with hesitation. He turned and found Nala standing at the top of the hill, her golden fur shimmering under the rising sun. Her eyes were filled with concern, but also strength. She had followed him alone, without an escort, without fear. Simba felt both comfort and guilt wash over him. "Simba," she said softly, walking toward him. "Why did you leave without telling me?" Simba lowered his gaze. "I didn't want to worry you. I just needed to understand what I saw, what I felt." Nala stepped closer, her voice steady. "You don't have to carry everything alone. If whatever is happening, we face it together." Simba wished he could simply accept that, but this journey felt different. Deeper, dangerous, in a way he couldn't explain. "Nala, this is something connected to my father, to the great kings, to something ancient." She nodded slowly, listening. Simba took a breath. "I heard his voice, Mufasa's voice. He spoke to me, he told me to follow the fire." Amen. Another spirit appeared, an ancient king from before the circle of life. Nala's eyes widened slightly, but she didn't look surprised, only concerned. "And what did he want?" Simba hesitated. "He said my father is trapped, somewhere between the living and the stars." Nala's breath caught. She looked away, processing the weight of it. Trapped? But how is that possible? "Well, I don't know," Simba whispered. "But something powerful has returned. Something even the great kings feared. And this fire is connected to it." Nala stepped forward, her voice soft but firm. "Then you can't go alone." Simba met her eyes. "Nala, I don't know what I'm walking into. If something happens to me, then we face it together," she said, unwavering. "You are not that lost cub anymore, Simba. You're a king, and kings don't walk alone." Simba felt emotion tighten his chest. She was right. She had always been right. Yet before he could answer, the wind shifted again. A harsh, hot gust swept across the plain, bending the grass flat as a deep rumble shook the earth. Simba and Nala both turned toward the distant fire. This time, they saw something moving inside it. A silhouette, a figure walking through the flames. Not Mandrakai, not a ghost. Something solid, alive, and growing larger as it approached the edge of the fire. Simba tensed, muscles coiling. Someone's coming. The figure stepped closer, emerging from within the spiraling blaze a lion. Tall and broad, but unlike any lion Simba had ever seen. His mane was dark red, glowing like molten stone, and his eyes burned with a fierce amber light. He walked slowly, with the authority of a king, but the menace of a predator who had no fear of the living or the dead. Nala instinctively moved closer to Simba, ears back. "Who is that?" Simba didn't answer. He didn't know. But the lion stopped at the very edge of the fire, and the flames bent away from him, as if bowing to his presence. He lifted his head, looking directly at Simba as if he had expected him. Then he spoke, voice deep and rumbling. "Son of Mufasa! At last!" Simba froze. "Who are you?" The lion smirked subtly, baring the edge of a sharp fang. "A name forgotten by time, a king erased from the stars, but not from destiny." Simba stepped forward, refusing to show fear. "What do you want?" "What all exiled kings want," the lion said calmly. "To return," Simba narrowed his eyes. "The great kings would never allow someone like you to return." The stranger chuckled darkly. "Earth. But the great kings no longer hold the gates as they once did. Balance has shifted. And your father," he tilted his head, "your father grows weaker." Simba's heart jumped. "What did you do to him?" The lion's fiery mane flickered with shadow. "Nothing yet. That honor belongs to another. But I know who holds him, and I know how to free him." Nala whispered, "Simba, don't trust him." The lion's burning eyes turned to water cold, calculating. "Your queen is wise. You should listen to her. Trust is dangerous, especially when fate plays games with kings." Simba growled softly. "If you know who trapped my father, tell me." "I will," the lion said, stepping one paw closer. Hit the ground beneath him smoked. "But everything comes with a price." Simba held his ground. "Say what you want." The lion's eyes glowed brighter. "Walk into the fire." "Alone!" Nala gasped. "No, Simba, that's exactly what he wants." Simba didn't look away from the lion. "And why would I do that?" "Because," the stranger said, "your father waits for you on the other side." Simba felt his blood run cold. The flames behind the lion roared higher, swirling like a vortex. He could almost hear faint whispers inside, echoes of voices long past. Mufasa's voice among them. Simba's breath trembled. "Father!" The lion smirked. "You hear him, don't you? Calling for you, reaching for you. But he cannot reach alone." Nala stepped in front of Simba, protective, fierce. "Simba, don't listen to him. It's a trap." The lion's eyes flashed, amused. "Perhaps it is. Or perhaps it is the only path to save the king you love so dearly." He lifted his head. "The fire awakens for a reason, Simba. For you. Only you." Simba felt torn apart inside, fear on one side, destiny on the other. The stranger slowly stepped backward into the fire again, disappearing as the flames swallowed him whole. But before he vanished completely, his voice echoed one last time. "Choose wisely, son of Mufasa. The door will not stay open forever." Simba stared at the blazing horizon, heart racing. Nala touched his shoulder gently. "Simba, what are you thinking?" Simba closed his eyes. "I'm thinking. I have no choice." The night settled over the Pride Lands like a velvet blanket, quiet and heavy, but Simba could not rest. The echoes of Mufasa's distant roar lingered in his mind, fueling both hope and fear. He paced along Pride Rock, his golden fur catching the faint silver of moonlight, while the wind carried strange scents, warm smoke, and something ancient. Nala watched him from the entrance of the den, knowing she could not calm a heart that was being called by destiny. Simba descended from Pride Rock and walked across the dark plains, guided only by instinct. Every post-step felt like walking toward something he had avoided for years, a confrontation with the past he thought he understood. The air trembled, almost alive, as if the land itself wanted to speak to him. Without realizing, Simba found himself near the old elephant graveyard, a place tied to memories of childhood fear and the first moment Mufasa saved him. Now, instead of fear, he felt a pull, a whispering warmth drifting through the bones scattered across the barren earth. A faint glow flickered beyond the spires of rib bones, moving like a flame dancing across the ground. Simba narrowed his eyes and stepped closer. The glow brightened until it formed a swirling shape, orange, gold, and white, shifting like smoke. It rose slowly, taking a familiar form, one that made Simba's heart freeze inside his chest. A massive lion silhouette made of fire and light stared back at him. The mane glowed like the sun, and the eyes burned with wisdom and sorrow. Simba's breath trembled. "Father!" The fiery apparition flickered, but did not vanish. Instead, it moved back, urging Simba to follow. Simba stepped forward cautiously, feeling the heat, but not pain. Zivs. This flame knew him, recognized him, welcomed him. The ground around him glowed faintly with golden patterns, ancient markings buried for generations, until awakened now by the strange fire. Simba followed the apparition deeper into the graveyard. With every step, the air grew warmer, yet the world around him turned colder, darker. The bones cracked under his weight, and distant hisses rose from the shadows, though no creature appeared. The fiery figure stopped at a wide circular clearing, where massive tusks formed a natural arch overhead. The glow intensified, illuminating carvings on the tusks, old symbols Simba had never seen before. Lions with blazing manes, standing beside kings unknown to him. The Flamian finally spoke, the voice echoing not through the air, but through Simba's chest and bones. "The past has awakened, my son." Simba shivered. "Father, I don't understand. Why now? What is happening to the Pride Lands?" Mufasa's fiery figure dimmed and brightened, as if the flame reflected his own breath. "A shadow older than Scar has returned. A king whose reign was erased from memory, whose hunger for power threatened all life. The fire you saw at the edge of the kingdom was not destruction, it was a warning." Simba's ears flattened as confusion battled fear inside him. "A warning from who? From the past? From you?" Mufasa's voice softened, filled with weight. There was once a king named Ahadi, long before your time. But few remember that he had a brother Kiongozi whose heart burned with ambition and rage. When he was denied the throne, he swore to reshape the kingdom with fire. His spirit was bound. But the binding is weakening. Simba followed the apparition deeper into the graveyard. With every step, the air grew warmer, yet the world around him turned colder, darker. Bones cracked under his weight, and distant hisses rose from the shadows, though no creature appeared. The fiery figure stopped at a wide circular clearing, where massive tusks formed a natural arch overhead. The glow intensified, illuminating carvings on the tusks, old symbols Simba had never seen before. Lions with blazing manes standing beside kings unknown to him. The Flamelian finally spoke, the voice echoing not through the air, but through Simba's chest and bones. "The past has awakened, my son." Simba shivered. "Father, I don't understand. Why now? What is happening to the Pride Lands?" Mufasa's fiery figure dimmed and brightened, as if the flame reflected his own breath. "A shadow older than Scar has returned. A king whose reign was erased from memory, whose hunger for power threatened all life. The fire you saw at the edge of the kingdom was not destruction. It was a warning. Simba's ears flattened as confusion battled fear inside him. A warning from who? From the past. From you. Mufasa's voice softened, filled with weight. There was once a king named Ahadi, long before your time. But few remember that he had a brother Kiongozi whose heart burned with ambition and rage. When he was denied the throne, he swore to reshape the kingdom with fire. His spirit was bound. But the binding is weakening. Simba swallowed hard. So the fire, the roar, they were his. No, Mufasa answered with a rumble. The roar you heard was mine. I called you because you must be prepared. Kiongozi has found a way to awaken, and his return will shake the Pride Lands. Simba stepped back, heart pounding. But why me? Why must I face him? You were the one who stopped him before. The flames flickered, and for the first time Simba sensed something like regret. Because I did not stop him, Simba. I only delayed him. And the delay is over. The spirits of past kings are no longer strong enough to contain him. The duty now falls to the living. It falls to you. Simba's chest tightened. He felt small again, like the cub who once cried beneath the stars, asking why his father had left him. I don't know if I can do this. I'm not you, father. The fiery Mufasa stepped closer, his warmth wrapping around Simba like sunlight. You are not me. You never were meant to be. You carry my courage, your mother's wisdom, and your own strength that even I did not possess. Simba closed his eyes, letting the warmth steady him. When he opened them, the apparition had lowered its head, touching Simba's forehead gently. A surge of power rushed through Simba's body, a fiery energy that filled him with both fear and resolve. The flame around Mufasa began to crackle, thinning, weakening. Simba's eyes widened. Father, wait, what's happening? The connection is fading, Mufasa said, voice echoing as if drifting away. Kiongozi grows stronger by the hour. But remember this, Simba, the fire that awakens the past can also illuminate the path forward. Follow that fire. It will lead you to the truth. Simba reached out desperately, but the flames flickered, dissolving into sparks that scattered into the wind. The clearing dimmed, leaving only faint embers glowing on the ground echoes of a king long gone. Simba stood alone, heart pounding with a new fear and a stronger purpose. If the past was coming to life, then the future of the Pride Lands depended on him more than ever. He turned toward the horizon where the sun would rise soon, casting light on the path he now had no choice but to walk. The fire had awakened, and so had destiny.